Hey y'all, so I'm back with a miscarriage story update in my messy closet, which I'm probably not going to touch for a very long time because I'm grieving on two fronts now. So first, if you don't follow me, please follow the High Tea and Happy Hour page. I'm a lifestyle blogger as well as an educated designer in interior design and sustainable design, all types of design. I'm an overall creative, as well as I'm a large foodie. I'm always cooking something, going out to eat. I mean, not as of lately, because if you've been following my story, I've been healing from a miscarriage, so I haven't been able to be too mobile, but please follow along, subscribe, and stay updated. So, as I just mentioned, I'm grieving on two fronts. One, from the miscarriage, as you've been following me, has been very rough. But two, my father-in-law passed away yesterday afternoon. It is June 27th, Monday, June 27th. He passed away yesterday, Sunday, June 26th in the afternoon. We started off with a phone call from his sister saying that he had a seizure while he was on the drums at church, which he loved to do. He fell off the drums. When they took him to the hospital to get a CAT scan, because of that fall, he ended up going into cardiac arrest in the CAT scan machine. They could not revive him, and he ended up passing away, which is extremely devastating to the family. And although he was very sick, he was dealing with complications of diabetes. It was still kind of unexpected for that to happen. So it kind of is hitting everybody really hard, especially my daughter. She loved her pop-pop. So we actually didn't tell her until today, because my husband was just at the hospital until late last night, and she was in bed by the time he came back. And she did go to the hospital with him initially because he didn't think it was, going to be such a tragic visit. And she ended up having to be picked up. I'm stopping because I hear her footsteps. She ended up having to be picked up by my mom. So the last time I talked to you guys, I was in bed. I was going through all this pain. Yesterday, my best friend planned on coming up just to spend the day with me, just to chill, just to be there and be great support. So she came up, and I started the day off by lightly cleaning. Maurice did a lot of cleaning, so I followed behind him and did some light cleaning. Nothing too major. I laid on the couch. Layla had a birthday party that my mom ended up taking her to in the morning. So I just kind of laid on the couch, watched some Super Soul Sunday. I did take some medicine in the morning. I was kind of just worn out from cleaning, and it's just the most I've been on my feet since all this happened. So like I said, lay down, chilled out. And then Layla came home and we watched MasterChef Junior, the finale episodes, and Maurice came home and he was in good spirits. We talked and laughed about a few things, and then he came back out because he was getting ready. I don't remember. No, he wasn't getting ready to go to anywhere. He was about to just work in the room to let me and Naima have our space to watch TV or do whatever we wanted in the living room. So he came back out and was like, well, actually, me and Lay have to go. My sister just called me, said my dad had a seizure. So I'm like, oh, wow. You know if his state or anything? He said, no, I don't know anything. I haven't really talked much to anybody yet. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, cool. Not even thinking it's serious. I'm just like, okay, he had a seizure, but seizures don't have to be fatal. Even though he was very sick, seizures don't have to be fatal. So my head is not even there. So then they leave out. Before he leaves out, I said, do you have an update? And he said that his aunt called his grandmother. His aunt, which is his mom's sister, called his grandmother, his dad's mom, which both sides are very close. Everybody goes to the same church. Everybody's pretty close to see what's going on. And his grandmother said, you know, he's dying. So this could have been a sign that, okay, something really big is happening, but sometimes we can tend to be a little dramatic in our family, and that's why our radar or our, you know, our sensors weren't really going off. It's like, okay, let's just get there and see what's happening. So they take off for the hospital. Me and Naima take off for Paquito. I'm slouching. Just sit up. And I don't have a bad brow on. I just got a loose one on because I don't want all that support today. So don't even be judging me in that way. Anyway, but y'all see my shirt? Y'all probably seen this shirt before. I love this shirt. It's a reminder to get through for me because MJ was getting through in this game. But anyway, so me and Naima head for El Paquito. We sit down, we have a couple of drinks. Well, I had a virgin margarita, which was really good. I had a passion fruit virgin margarita from El Paquito. It was good. And I had tequila in hers, and it looked really good too. But we sit down, we don't even take sips of our drink, and I get a call from Maurice, and his voice just sounds like so deflated. And I'm like, yo, what's up? And he's like, you gotta come get Layla. I'm like, yo, what's up? Is he dead? Like, I'm like saying it half serious. And I'm like, is he dead? And he didn't respond. I'm like, yo, is he dead? And he just said, yeah. And I hear crying in the background. And initially I thought it was Layla, but it ended up being his mom. And he was like, you know, come get Lay. I can't leave my mom like this. I'm like, of course. But I was at El Paquito. We just put our order in. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can get my mom to go get her and get her there faster, or come get her faster. So my mom ended up running down to go get Layla, bringing her back. And we met my mom at the house. We had dinner with Lay. We watched Kenan and Kel with Lay, since they put only 2 seasons on Netflix. Like, what's up with that? Kenan and Kel was a very successful show. Where's the other seasons? What's up? What's up with that, Netflix? Anyway, we watched Kenan and Kel with her until she got a little tired, and she had questions because, like, before she left, she saw her dad cry, and he didn't really explain. He just was like, you know, Papa fell, which in a way is true. He did fall when he had the seizures, because he had the seizures while he was playing the drums. So he did fall off the drum set. So she saw him cry, and she was kind of concerned, but I was just trying to keep it lighthearted until, you know, her dad could be there to say what's really going on. So so he gets back in, obviously devastated, you know, just going through the motions of what's happening, you know, between helping his mom plan for what's happening next, arrangements, and just his own emotions of processing this figure being gone from his life at this point, or in this way. So it was a lot. So, I mean, that of course is big emotionally. And for me, like, I'm kind of on the other end now. Like, today, with my miscarriage situation, like, yesterday was the last time I took medicine at 6 or 5 something, 5:30 yesterday was the last time I took medicine. I haven't taken any all day. It's about 2 o'clock Monday afternoon. Haven't taken any medicine, haven't felt the need to. Like, I haven't had like any pains that made me take any medicine. The bleeding is like subsiding substantially. I saw 1 blood clot when I peed this morning. That was it. But as of like the rest of the day, very light, no pain. I did get a little bit of lightheadedness this morning, or like, yeah, this morning, like around like 11:30, because I hadn't eaten anything real. So I had a burger that since subsided. I was feeling a little bit of, which I'm going to bring up at my appointment on Friday. I'm feeling a little bit of sensation in my left foot, like as in like a little bit of lost feeling at the bottom. Like, I can still feel my foot, but you know when you feel that tingling, it's like, you know when you're not feeling a whole limb. Like, I'm not feeling 100% of this limb, maybe like 85. 90% is slim I'm feeling, but it's some sensation that I feel like it's gone or it's weird. And I want to make sure that no blood clots have traveled to my leg, blocking anything that's making my leg feel weird. Now, this is not the first time I felt something like this in my life, but also I have to realize that I was passing a lot of blood clots through this process, a lot of blood and things like that. So I need to make sure that nothing is blocked so I don't have to take this whole leg, because Jesus, please be a fence. Please be a fence, child. I don't have time for that. Like, I don't have time for trauma on top of trauma. It's just been rough, like having to deal with one trauma, then quickly moving into another. Like I said, this is the first day, not even like a full day, I've been feeling well. And when I was on the last tip of feeling horrible, my father-in-law passes. And it's like, I don't know which thing to process, because like I'm over the pain and all the physical traits and things of the miscarriage. Now I'm like, okay, now I'm thinking mentally I can start processing losing the pregnancy and not having this other child anymore and blah blah blah. But then my father-in-law passes. I'm thinking about the first person in this family or in that family to accept me as a member of that family. I remember when me and Maurice were getting married, so it was rough because like me and him just decided to get married. It was like, you know, we best friends, we about to rock out, we already see our future together. This ain't no puppy love, short-term stuff. Like, we know this is real. Let's just get married. We don't need no plan, nothing. We don't need any of that. Let's just do it. So a lot of his family thought that I was pregnant, and I'm pretty sure some of mine did too. Or they thought it was some reason why we were just rushing into this thing. And I remember it had to be like a week, because we didn't give that much notice. Like, it was just like, this is what we're doing, this is what we want to do, whatever. So it had to be like a week before we were getting married. And I was at the house, I was in Maurice's room. He might have been at work, and at this time he was still with his parents, you know, saving up for home and stuff like that. And I was in the room, and his dad was home, and his dad was like, Janay, come here for a sec. So he called me into the room, and he was like, so this is what y'all want to do? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, and tell me why. And I told him why, you know, just our connection, blah blah. Like, it just feels right. This is what we're planning to do. He was like, okay, all right. And he was like, what's your situation with your dad? And this is gonna get me emotional, because like I always bring this up as a touch point. So I told him that my biological dad wasn't really in my life. My brother's dad was like in my life, but like that was even strained because of the relationship that he had with my mom. So I never had like a consistent father or dad figure in my life. And he was like, all right, I'm your dad now. That's like no confusion. He was like, it's like no confusion. I'm your dad now. Like, whatever you need, just come talk to me. Come to me. You can count on me to be there for you. And I always appreciated that, because that's just what his energy was towards me. Like, he never really like made me feel separate. Like, from that moment, like I was his daughter. And like, we can find fault with people when, hey Rosie girl, she always know how to seek me out when I'm having a moment. But we could find fault with people. Like, he wasn't perfect. He wasn't a perfect dad to my husband, to his sister. He may not always have shown up when he was supposed to, but like, I appreciated that moment, because like, he was the only one to do that for me at that time. Like, nobody else was accepting me like that at that time, with open arms and without judgment and all of those other things. Like, it was just like, So it's definitely hard to jump in between the two things, because it's like, what do you focus on without going crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know where to start. But I don't know. For real, I don't know. But it's just been like a hellish few days. Like, it's like the only way to describe it. Like, you think, or I think, I'm getting on the other side or something, or something amazing must be about to happen in my life, I swear, or in our lives, because like it's been hellish, like hellish, and but positive thoughts, put myself in a positive place. I'm just happy to have a support system where I can express those thoughts and get them out on the table, and that's what we are being for our daughter, because like I lost my first grandfather or grandparent at 8. I remember that. My pop, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I remember not understanding, just being hurt by it. Like, so that person's not coming back? Like, so I understand. And I just want to be, you know, we just want to be there for her for whatever she needs. That was her God. Like, we have all these pictures of just them together. She loved that man. But yeah, it's just a lot. Like, helping everybody. My husband grieve, Layla grieve, myself grieve. It's like trying to find a moment to breathe that's like non-existent right now, and like trying to distract myself enough to stay positive. It's like non-existent right now. Like, it's just been a hell of a lot. But the lights are still looking good though. You know, I gotta be black and add some type of distraction in there. These are looking good. But yeah, that's my update. That is my update. Really, that's just where I am, where the family is, where I am in like this grieving period, this trauma period. And we just want to keep moving. We got to keep moving. There's no other choice. Like I said, I am feeling better. I am feeling better. I'm still taking it slow though. Not trying to overexert myself. But the pain has subsided. The bleeding is subsiding. I'm feeling better, and I'm looking forward to feeling much better tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Like I said, I am going to my appointment on Friday, if I can, which I think I can. I don't think they're going to turn this funeral around fast enough for it to be Friday, but you never know. So if I can go on Friday, I will be going Friday to this appointment. Yeah. And bring up the foot thing, the leg thing, tell them everything that was going on. And yes, that's my update. So stay updated with me. If you're not subscribed, please get subscribed. That was not convincing. Stay updated with me. If you're not subscribed, please get subscribed at High Tea and Happy Hour on YouTube. Like I said earlier, I be blogging about a lot: lifestyle, decor, interior design, sustainable design. I'm also an event planner. I'm a big foodie. So yeah, stay up to date with me. If you haven't seen the other videos of this miscarriage story, please go back and watch those. They give you a lot of information leading up to now. And yeah, I'll catch keep y'all updated. Until next time. I don't know what camera I should be looking at. Like, I'm on my phone, but like I want to look at the screen. But then I'm supposed to be looking at the camera, but I want to look at the screen. But I'm supposed to. Mom is trying guac for the first time.
This is not my first time trying it.
Well, you didn't like it.
Liking it.
Right, right.